Brad. I wanted to talk a little bit about this 1300S from Code. Got some notes here. First thing, right off the bat, using this thing is so intuitive and allows you to, kind of teaches you how to pump, which sounds really crazy, but it easily allows you to do slow lifting pumps, medium, kind of chasing down a wave a little bit, and then also super speed dolphin pumping with ease. The responsiveness with tail. The tail is just almost silent, like it's not there, but I know that it's playing a huge role in the performance of this foil. It's got incredible low end, and I was surprised how fast it'll go. It's really quick. It's got a 9.5 aspect ratio. I've actually dropped off foil on this foil and thought I was done, and it dove down and literally popped back up before I hit the bottom. And I'm also dropped off foil before, and then actually just kind of caught the wave behind it. I just kind of kept a little pump going, and then it just easily lifted off. Just the ease of the usability of the foil was just, it shocked me how easy it was. One of the crucial things on this foil is the foot position. When you go to take off, a lot of times you got to lean forward, and you get a lot of foot pressure. And this foil allows you to put your feet right over the foil and not have to lean too far forward for speed and stuff like that. It's really nice to be able to almost take off in the position that you're going to ride in during the whole session, and not worry about it, blowing up on you or anything like that. When you get too much lift, oftentimes our foil will blow up. This one handles super well, and that gives you confidence to be able to put your feet back, which makes your pump a lot better. And just your transfer of energy. It slides through the water really easy when you're maneuvering to go out. I don't know if these tips kind of just slide, but sometimes you get a lot of energy, and when you're paddling out from different directions, and sometimes it still is enough to knock you off foil, but I feel like to keep this foil fairly flat, it doesn't grab, the swells don't grab it that much. It's a little thing, but being able to stay on your foil and stand up, being ready for swells and stuff like that, it's a big deal. Your board has a little bit to do with that as well. The pump cadence, this foil is really forgiving. If you miss your pump, a lot of foils, that's it. You make one little mistake. This foil performs in little small ways, which add up to a larger picture, and that's why I'm going through all of these different things about it, because if you miss a tap or you get off balance, you're done. And with this foil, it'll slide. Sometimes I'll be off balance. The foil will follow me, go up underneath me, and I can catch myself, or if I miss a tap, I can find my rhythm again. It'll allow me to do that. I don't know if it's a bunch of things working that way. The glide on this foil goes really far, maybe because of the speed, but that's really important to find the next set or the packet. The glide is just so good. It feels like it doesn't want to come down. Allows you to kind of tuck in behind the set a little bit further for a big foil like this. It turns really well for it's really surfy. It jumps bumps really easy. Being able to turn tight with a big foil is one of the hardest things about learning, because these foils normally don't turn well. They pump great. People talk about how it'll pump forever, but having a foil that'll pump for you and work with you that way, but also being able to turn onto a wave while you're on a bump, you need to be able to stay tight onto the wave while it sorts itself out a little bit. And to slow up, you've got to make turns, and you got to make tight turns. And bigger foils don't do that. And that's the gap that I feel like we have between the smaller foils that most people can't ride because they're not there yet. This foil gets you to that place where you can hang. You're not going to be able to rip like some of those guys do because it's a bigger foil, but for a big foil, it turns really well. This foil taps like energy that I've never felt before. It's unnerving when it first happens. You go over these little chops, and it boom, it gets you lift. And at first, it scares you because you think you're gonna blow up. That's usually the marker of you're about ready to blow up. When you feel a sudden lift, you immediately go forward to push the foil down, the nose down, so you don't breach. Once you get used to it, they're just like little speed bumps, and you can almost time them when you hit them. You can kind of push off of them, and it gives you more command and more choices. It's a lot more choices under your command. It makes you have to be a better pilot, but it's easy at first, and once you get to know it, it just gives you more options. It's intuitive on what's going on. The swell's moving this way, it's moving that way. It gives you that extra bit of energy to sometimes get you to a better place. The feedback is just amazing, which I just love about this foil. It really connects you. I feel like it's so, people said this before, and it's true, like it's so surfy, and surfing is kind of why I foil. I love to surf, and the connection of surfing and downwinding, they're so close. They should be. The foils that surf really well, not always, but have the glide, the aspect ratio these do, you are really surfing down the coast when you're riding. But I feel like the higher aspect ratio of this one is a crucial thing. You need to have glide in your foil, and you need to have maneuverability, and this foil just does it amazingly. And these foils, I have another foil, the 1130, and it's basically the same foil size down, which means when I learn how this goes, it's just a size down version of it. So it won't be like a completely different foil, which I had always heard that, you know, it's a bad thing when they're the same foil and they just size them down. But in this case, it works really well. What that does is gives you the ability to go from a bigger foil down to the next one, and they all handle very similarly. So you're already sort of dialed in. It's just more maneuverable, but they act almost the same way. And yeah, but it's fun. Like, I forgot how fun foiling can be. I've been trying to do this downwind thing for a while, and it's been pretty frustrating. And to get on a foil that's fun again, it's been a real, yeah, it's been awesome. So that's it.